Hello friends, I Deepak Prajapati welcome you in lecture number 2 on binomial distribution. In previous lecture we have defined binomial probability distribution and we have discussed under which situations we can apply binomial probability distribution. So in today's lecture we are going to do some more problems on binomial distribution. Also we will explain that how to use binomial probability distribution table to calculate probabilities of binomial distribution. So let us start with example number 1. The incidence of occupational disease in an industry is such that the workmen have a 10% chance of suffering from that occupational disease. What is the probability that out of 5 workmen, 3 or more will contract the disease? So here we have one problem of industry. So they are considering 5 workmen. The random experiment is to check n equal to 5 workmen for occupational disease, that whether selected workman has an occupational disease or not, and it is given that the workman has a 10% chance of suffering from occupational disease. So if we define the random variable x as number of workmen suffering from disease, then it is given that the probability that workman has a occupational disease is 10%, that is 0.1. So let us see here. I have written that random experiment is to check whether workmen will contract the disease or not. So there are total 5 workmen, so n equal to 5. Let us define random variable x to be the number of workmen who contract the disease out of 5 workmen. So the possible values of x are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. Suppose the success is the workmen suffering from disease. So we define this event to be a success. So failure will be the event that workman is not suffering from disease. So this will depend on the required probability. You are asked to find out probability that out of 5 workmen 3 or more will contract the disease, or 3 or more will be suffering from the disease. So we define capital X as number of workmen who contract the disease out of 5 workmen, and success is the event that workman is suffering from disease or workman will contract the disease. So this assignment of success to the event depends on the defined random variable. Here random variable is number of workmen who contract the disease. So we define success to be workmen who contract the disease. Now it is given that there is a 10% chance that workmen will be suffering from this disease. That means probability of success is given to be P equal to 10 by 100, that is 0.1. And we can see all the 4 conditions of binomial experiment are satisfied. Number of trials are finite, trials are independent, that means there is no influence of one workman on the other workman for this occupational disease. So trials are independent. Now for each trial there are only 2 possible outcomes. Either workman will be suffering from disease or he may not be suffering from disease. So there are only 2 possible outcomes for each trial, and the probability of success is given to be constant 0.1 for each trial. So therefore this capital X is a binomial random variable with n equal to 5 and p equal to 0.1. and we are asked to find out the probability that out of 5 workmen 3 or more will contract the disease, and capital X denotes the number of workmen who will contract the disease. So we are asked to find out probability that capital X is greater than or equal to 3. Capital X denotes the number of workmen who contract the disease. So here we are asked to find out the probability that out of 5 workmen 3 or more will contract the disease. So 3 or more means capital X is greater than or equal to 3. So to find out that probability, first we write down the probability mass function of binomial random variable. So we have discussed this in the previous lecture. This is the formula for probability mass function of a binomial distribution or binomial random variable. So it is NCX p raised to x into 1 minus p raised to n minus x. X is running from 0, 1 to up to n. Now here n is 5 and p is 0.1. So if we put values of n and p, we will have 5cx 0.1 raised to x, p is 0.1, and 1 minus p is 1 minus 0.1, that is 0.9, and n is again 5, and x is from 0, 1 to up to 5. So probability that 3 or more workmen will contract the disease equal to probability that capital X greater than or equal to 3, which is equal to 1 minus probability that capital X is less than 3. Why? Because these two events are complementary events. So probability of one event is 1 minus probability of another event if two events are complementary events. Now capital X is less than 3 means, because random variable is discrete, there is no other value between 2 and 3 possible. Capital X is less than 3 means we are having strictly value of random variable which is less than 3. So possible values are 2, 1 and 0. So we can write this as probability that capital X is less than or equal to 2. And capital X less than or equal to 2 means probability that x equal to 0 plus x equal to 1 plus probability that x equal to 2. And these probabilities we can calculate using this formula. So first we put x equal to 0 and we obtain 5c0 0.1 raised to 0 into 0.9 raised to 5. So these terms corresponding to capital X equal to 0. Similarly, for capital X equal to 1, we obtain 5c1 0.1 raised to 1, 0.9 raised to 5 minus 1, that is 4. And this last one is for capital X equal to 2. So here we put capital X equal to 2 and we obtain 5c2 0.1 square into 0.9 raised to 3. Okay, so using these calculations, you will find that required probability is 0.0086. Okay, these are easy calculations. You can use your scientific calculator also. Now another way to find out this probability is we can use binomial probability tables, or we can use statistical table for binomial distribution. So let us understand how to use binomial probability table. Now what is the characteristic of this table? So table values are given for cumulative binomial probabilities. These values are not given. Capital X equal to X. So this is not the table for this individual value. This table is given for cumulative binomial probability, that is, this type of probabilities are given. And you can see this first column corresponds to values of n, second for values of small x, that is values of random variable, and these columns are corresponding to the probability of success. So in this example, n is 5, p is 0.1. N is 5, p is 0.1. And we want to find out probability that capital X is less than or equal to 2. That means we are interested in this probability that capital X is less than or equal to 2. So if we compare with this, small x is 2. So here we write small x equal to 2. So we require these three values to decide this probability that capital X is less than or equal to 2. So first we find out where we obtain n equal to 5. So this is corresponding to n equal to 5. Then we find out x equal to 2. In that row we have to search for x equal to 2. So for n equal to 5, these are the values of x, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are interested in x equal to 2. So this is the row corresponding to x equal to 2. And we have to find out p equal to 0.1. So you can see this first column after small x is 0.1. So this is the column corresponding to 0.1. And this is the row corresponding to x equal to 2. So this row corresponds to small x equal to 2 and this column corresponds to p equal to 0.1. And we find out what is the intersecting point of these two. So it is nothing but 0.9914. So this probability is nothing but 0.9914. Okay, so we find out this probability using n equal to 5 and entry in the x equal to 2 row and p equal to 0.1 column. Okay, so this is our answer, 0.9914. So probability that capital X less than or equal to 2 is entry in x equal to 2 row of p equal to 0.1 column, and we find that it is 0.9914. Now required probability is probability that capital X greater than or equal to 3. So this we can write as 1 minus probability that capital X is less than 3. And capital X less than 3 is equivalent to capital X less than or equal to 2, because x is a discrete random variable. So capital X is strictly less than 3 means possible values of random variable are 0, 1 and 2. So this we can write as probability that capital X is less than or equal to 2. And this is using binomial table 0.9914. So finally we obtain this answer. So you can compare both the answers. This is using binomial probability table and this is using probability mass function. So answer is same. Here also 0.0086 and here also 0.0086. So if you wish, you can use statistical tables also if you don't want to go for this type of calculations. Okay. So you can see it is easy to use tables if we are having binomial probability tables. So this is all about today's lecture. In the next lecture also we are going to discuss some more problems on binomial probability distribution. I hope you like this lecture. Thank you very much.